doing the rucking against. Is that Mark O'Toole doing the ruck work? Is it?
Looks like it.
Be interesting. So
actually, when we were talking, when you said the boys were warming up over there, they Corio don't really have a real tall, do they?
no, and probably I suspect Thomson are not as tall as some of the other sides either.
Not overly tall.
However, the siren sounded, the ball is in the air, and players underway, and it's Lazic getting the first tap for Thomson down to the ground. All strong work for Corio there, but can't take the ball clear. Maheris can't take control of it, picked up by Paul Smith of the Corio side, and they force it to centre half forward. Stacks on the middle there, the umpire will move in and have a ball up. Well, a fairly ferocious start, Pete. The ball was just moved ahead by weight of numbers by Corio.
Yeah, and I think a good match-up today will be Maheris and King. You know, they're good young fellas. Maheris is, you know, super talented.
Lazic got the ball down to Dwyer of the Corio side, but a strong mark in defence by Mick Gann for the Thomson Tigers, and at centre half back he will take the relieving kick. There's a lead to centre half forward, over the head of all players, comes to ground, coming through strongly. It was Randall there of Thomson, can't take the ball unfortunately, but Christian Hyland gets a handball out, only as far there as put Rick Humphrey of Thomson on half-back flank, kicks it towards the outer wing, and a good touch there. He kicked it.
Mate, it's the first time I've seen Ricky this year, and he's been a good paddock, Shane.
I think he's actually lost a few kilos, but yeah, no, he spent 6 months overseas last year, so chances are he's going to put a bit on over there.
Right in the ruck this time is Gundry doing some work there for Corio with Lazic. Coming through there is Gardner, handball clear, and Thomson go forward to the centre half forward position, over the head of all players there. Backing onto it quickly is Darren McNamara, coach of Corio, on the left foot, gets it towards centre wing, pushing the back surely to Thomson in front of us, and it's Jeff Stone, handball to Timmy Gardner, back to Stein on the run through there. A terrible kick there by Stein, and straight into the arms of Calvin Keating for the Corio side at half-back flank. There's a short lead there on centre wing, and it's Darren McNamara, so he'll be right for a game next week, given to the coach.
He's got a couple of possessions
early
in the quarter.
McNamara to centre wing, up high at the front of the pack, not taken, comes to ground there for Foster it was. Handball comes back to Stein again, to half forward. Good defensive work by the Corio defenders, but it does come on that occasion to, well, there's number 28 for Thomson.
Lee Morrison.
So Lee Morrison is definitely out there playing. Comes back to Timmy Gardner on centre wing. Gets it to the centre half forward position, and strong mark there by the Prez. Justin has taken the mark, well, between centre half and full forward. He'd only be 35 metres out directly in front. And after the serve that you and Philpott gave him this morning.
Well, mate, I'm a bit bemused actually, because JJ normally talks to me, and he hasn't talked to me all morning. He hasn't talked to me this afternoon. He's been to a couple of the GDFL executive. What a shocking kick! Any wonder? God, hopeless. He says he's going to write a letter of complaint and could be legal action over comments this morning.
There you go. Well, on the Victory Trophy scoreboard now, 3 minutes into the first quarter, one behind to Thomson. Corio yet to score. So JJ, he's starting at full forward by the look of things, so a little bit of height up there. Ball kicked in for Corio. Go very wide to centre wing. Ricky O'Toole can't take the mark. Off hands, comes to ground. O'Toole follows up. Strong, long handball, 35 metres. Tries to find his teammate there in Bowman. But Bowman can't handle the ball. And Mickey Gann forces player and ball over the boundary line and out of bounds. So
he's pretty reliable back there, Michael, isn't he?
Well, he's been a solid player for a number of years here, Shane, hasn't he?
He certainly has for the last 10 years. Mick's been here.
Has he played a couple of hundred or...?
Played 250 the other week, I'm led to believe, and if there was any doubt, Mick would let you know, because he knows exactly how many he's played. But he's had a good start to the season as well. He's probably been our most consistent player for the year.
Out of bounds, centre wing. Lazic again doing the ruck work. Got some assistance there by Aaron Bradley. And Ricky O'Toole gets the free kick, held without the ball. Plays on quickly, drives to centre half forward. Well, almost a shepherding free kick, I would have thought, to Thomson there, but not paid. And the strong mark has gone to
Mark O'Toole.
Mark O'Toole at about centre half, well, wide of centre half forward. And, good strong mark there, one grab. So the O'Toole boys showing what sort of value they are to the Corio side already in this game. Mark O'Toole, left foot, runs in, drives
It's
it
a
to the
great
goal square.
goal.
I tell you what, it's a magnificent kick, and that's the first goal of the game. It's gone to the boot of Mark O'Toole, and it's gone to Corio. So on the Victory Trophy scoreboard now, 5 minutes into the first quarter, Corio 1 goal, Thomson 1 behind.
It kind of gave us a good indication there, although he kept the ball fairly low. It was toward the end where we were talking about having breeze problems, and he's probably kicked that from, probably
50,
struck it from outside 45, 50.
Yeah, excellent kick. You don't miss too many, Mark O'Toole.
Ball back in the middle with the central umpire. Ball goes up, and it's a clear tap away by Lazic again. Very good leap, Lazic, but the ball ends up in the arms of Ricky O'Toole. He a pass to half forward, can't get his teammate there in
Boyle.
Boyle, and the ball goes to centre half back for Corio. Running across there is David Hickey. He comes with big raps. Talking to Darren McNamara, Pete, before the game, comes from up country and allegedly a very good Ovington Murray player.
Yeah, I think it come from where, Benalla? No?
Benalla, Wengrata, somewhere up there. Ball out of bounds. Maheris up high, can't take the ball unfortunately, comes to ground. Ball in dispute. Finally, great hands for the Corio side, comes to the centre of the ground. Christian Hyland leads in the race for the ball. No, free kick not paid. Away goes Bowman of...
I think Spud thought he was should have got a free kick there and back chatted the umpire, so the free was downfield.
Right, so penalty free kick to Corio, but they haven't taken advantage of it unfortunately. The ball's gone right across the ground and out of bounds, this time on the southern side here at Godfrey Street.
Grappa, that was well done down there by Matt King, wasn't it?
Wasn't it? Just good slick hands, didn't have control of it, but got an effective handball away. I just noticed a couple of mismatches, whether they're lined up that way, young Barry O'Toole on Aitchison and Rick Humphrey on Phil Boyle. They just don't seem to match up that well.
Right, ball thrown in. It's number 66 out there. Is that young Clifford for Corio? They haven't got a 66 on the list.
No, they haven't.
So we'll have to see if we can get his name. But ball up, half forward flank for Corio. Lovely tap down to Ricky O'Toole on the left hand. Nice little handball across to Dwyer. He gets the ball to the full forward position. It is in dispute there. Players stacking on top of the ball, and the umpire will move in. And 25 metres out, directly in front, the umpire will put the ball in the air. And Ricky O'Toole probably having a reasonable impact on the game so far, guys.
Yeah, he's had a couple of quality touches, Ricky.
Up goes the ball. Big pack of players around the ball as it's thrown up. Comes ball thrown up to Ricky O'Toole. Ricky has a flying pot shot at goal, and it's out of bounds, touched off hands. I think the Thomson player down there thought it might have been over the boundary line. In fact, he's querying the boundary umpire right now. But the boundary umpire is not going to change his mind, and the ball is thrown in. It's only 20 metres from the behind post there. Ball comes down for Corio, and that's a magnificent snap for the Corio, and it's a sensational snap for goal.
I think he was probably a bit fortunate there because Rod Peacock contested the ruck work there and got shall we say, a little bit of a push off out of the contest, and ball went to ground, and thank you very much. I suppose you grab your opportunities as they come up.
So now at 8 minutes in the first quarter, Victory Trophy scoreboard, 2 goals straight, 12. The Corio side, Thomson 1 behind. So hopefully for Thomson's sake, Pete, they may be kicking against the Brews.
Well, they haven't been able to get past King and McNamara across the half-back line yet, so need a good strong push.
Good point. Up again, Lazic gets it down, but again, it's Alford in the middle this time, drives the ball to centre half forward, and really, in the first quarter here, it is absolutely all Corio, because Smith takes the handball, gets the kick into the full forward area, and off hands, it's out of bounds, 1 metre from the behind post. So they're moving the ball, Shane, very, very well out of the middle, and as you mentioned before the game, that's going to be the key.
Yeah, Alford and Smith are doing a fair bit of work in that middle area and clearing it with not much pressure.
We haven't really mentioned Alford, have we? And he's probably got 3, maybe 4 possessions.
Clearances, yeah.
Ball thrown in again, deep in the forward line for Corio. Big tap forward there by Mark O'Toole, but it's strong work there by Bradley in the back pocket for Thomson. Drives the ball to centre wing, and there's
Foster.
A good
Damien
mark
Foster.
there by Damien Foster. Well, just backward of centre wing. Now kicks the ball to true centre wing. Players up high, including Lazic. Can't take the mark, and off hands again. It's out of bounds. It amazes me, both Shane and Pete, a ground like this, if they get into that centre corridor, it's so much easier, but we see a lot of play on the outer side here.
Of the ground, yeah. I'm with you, Eric. You know, the easiest way home is the old saying is down the middle, and here at Thomson, all it basically is a corridor with a bit of width.
Yeah, but boys, it takes age to do that. I've heard that about every single football ground I've ever attended, and they always say, don't play around the ground, go down the middle.
Well, there's a good move by Thomson, because a handball back into the corridor went to Mahiris. Here's a player loose on his own. The ball's flipped over the top. Costello, can he pick it up? He can, but great tackle. And, well, really the umpire gave him no chance, but by the same token, now he's paid advantage. So the free kick goes to Corio. And, well, Mark missed there, which he should have taken by Boyle, I'd suggest, from Corio, but they butter up again, the Corio boys. But great work from the Thomson defence. Comes out centre on the wing, right in front of our broadcast position. Christian Highland can't handle the ball, and it was certainly bouncing a bit awkwardly, but it's out of bounds, right in front of our broadcast position on the southern wing here, centre wing at Godfrey Street Reserve. In goes the ball. Good tap forward again by Lazic, doing very well in the ruck, but the smaller players around the ball for Corio not able to take it away. Now it's Lazic, does his own roving work as well, gets it forward for them. Rick O'Toole again, picks it up, eludes it, a tackle there, and a lovely weighted pass finds Bowman on centre wing. Plays on quickly, leads it half forward. Well, if it's not a mark, it's a free kick to Gundry of Corio. And Troy Gundry is between centre wing and half forward flank. He's got a player loose at centre half forward, and that's Paul Smith. And all of a sudden, the Corio players seem to be running amok because not being well tagged at all. Well, the kick then on that occasion to Boyle wasn't so good, and Mickey Gann has taken the ball, cleared it for the Thomson side to centre wing. Mahiris can't take the mark. He's outnumbered 3-1 there. The handball comes wide to Bowman of Corio. He can't take the ball. And it's good work by Craig Wolfenden for the Thomson side. Very, very scrappy on the other side till finally Lazic handball across to Daniels, and he gets a scrubby kick towards half forward. And really, it's a pretty ordinary passage of play just at the moment until Corio now. Gundry handball across to leading player, ball into the full forward position. Great handball comes across to Smith of Corio. Very poor left foot kick, and the Thomson side, the relieving kick landed about 1 foot inside the line, I'd suggest. And Thomson under a bit of pressure, Pete.
Mate, I think they're a bit at 6s and 7s at the moment. I think they're looking at the centre of the ground and they can't match up there, and because they're not winning the ball through the centre, it's putting pressure on the guys because it's coming out so fast, like just there.
Yeah, from the throw-in it came to the arms there of Alford. He drove to the full forward position, and that looked like Mark O'Toole again, did it not?
Certainly was.
So Mark O'Toole on the left foot has gone bang, and he has kicked his second goal for the afternoon, and in fact the third for the Corio side. So at 13 minutes into the first quarter, Victory Trophy scoreboard, Thomson 1 behind. They trail Corio 3 goals, 18.
And I think a matchup that's not really working is Jason Stein on Smith. I think Smith's, they've robbed Peter to pay Paul there, the Tommy boys, and taking Aitchison out of centre half back onto
O'Toole.
Down onto Barry O'Toole. I think it's a bit dangerous because Rubberman could stop a lot more of that rot across the half back line, I think.
Possibly so. And also the young kid Alford, who's getting most of the footy, is having a certain impact on the game.
Yeah, from the throw up in the centre this time, Lazic, big punch, gains 25 metres for Thomson. But the Corio defence is very, very strong. They're just not giving anything away. Daniels comes through for Thomson. Can't pick the ball up. Handball's ahead of himself. Bowman there for Corio is doing quite well. There's a lot of strong body work over in the centre wing there. And finally, the body work has contributed, I think, to stacks on the mill. And the umpire will come in and get the ball from the players as they get to their feet.
I'll tell you what, the pace of the game at the moment will be interesting to see. I know Thomson are traditionally hard trainers, I just wonder how Corio's training will go with fitness coming into the last quarter.
Right, from the throw up there on centre wing, strong tackling, and there's some facets of the game where we're seeing absolutely brought out to the best. The tackling so far has been absolutely ferocious, very fair, and Pete, there are just no easy possessions.
There's none at all. The ball's got to be out in the open, and O'Toole has been able to put the ball out into the open on a few occasions.
On that occasion, Gundry for Corio got very, very high, gets the tap clear, in fact followed up, gets the ball on his left foot, on centre wing, goes towards half forward. Good defensive work by Bradley of Thomson, and I was going to say very well disguised, and in fact it was disguised by Humphrey, because I think he looked at the boundary, went bang with a handball, and the umpire said yes, all's fair. So it's out of bounds between centre wing, half forward flank for Corio. On the northern side here at the Godfrey Street ground, ball comes in. Christian Highland had the ball for a second, but a fierce tackle caused to be dropped away. Comes clear to Smith there of Corio on the left foot towards centre half forward or half forward flank, but the mark taken by Lazic of Thomson. Plays on quickly, not such a good kick, but
well done.
Lovely little tap forward there by Byrne. Comes clear to Daniels, can't take it, and intercepted by Darren McNamara, and he's found Ricky O'Toole on centre wing. He's creating some havoc so far, O'Toole. There's our unnamed player on half forward flank for Corio, and a lovely little pass.
That's a good way of putting it, mate. The unnamed player.
Yes,
it's really appropriate coming up to Anzac
It's almost Anzac Day, isn't it? And well, what's happened here? The little pass has found Barry O'Toole. He's 40 metres out, almost directly in front, and it was all just sort of done in slow motion there. There were players loose, and Barry O'Toole was one of them, and the little chip pass across to him has given him the opportunity for another score for the Corio side. Barry O'Toole, right footer, moves in. Not a bad looking kick off the boot. In fact, the Corio players in the goal square are pretty happy. The goal umpire is more than happy. He's put the two hands up. So that's the fourth goal on the Victory Trophy scoreboard for the Corio side. They are 4 goals straight. Thomson one behind, and that's 16 minutes in the first quarter.
Yeah, once again, I think, Eric, the problem here for Thomson is at centre half forward. They just can't get over that centre half forward line. We noticed there that Ricky O'Toole got it to a loose player out in the wing, and another player down to the unknown player got it to Barry O'Toole for a goal. So the problem here lies for Thomson at centre half forward.
Ball in the air again. Lazic, he's winning fairly clearly in the middle and gets it down on this occasion to Christian Highland. Now the ball's at half forward flank for Thomson. What can they do? Brett Glenn has something to say about it for Corio, because he takes possession, drives it back to centre wing, finds Alford, who can't control it, and off his hands it's out of bounds. True centre wing.
Shane, Christian Highland, is he fit?
Yeah, 100%, no problems at all.
100%, no problems. That's not what we got whispered.
No, well, he was trained Thursday night quite strongly. Got here late. Obviously, work commitments at this time of year for Christian take a bit of time, but no, he's fit.
From the throw in there, the ball was tapped down by Gundry and kicked to half forward. The free kick has gone to Peacock,
Peacock, I think it is.
On half back flank for Thomson. Drives the ball back to centre wing. Big pack of huge leap there
Morrison.
By Lee Morrison, and strong mark, but terrible kick has turned it over, gone to Corio, and now that, sure, there's got to be a free kick there against Mickey Gann, unfortunately, and I guess
that annoys me a bit. That like Mick had his eyes on the ball. All right, he probably could have infringed a little bit, but his eyes were on the ball.
Yes, that's true. But
that's the rules, I suppose.
Yeah, you can't plant their hand fair in the back either, can you?
But O'Toole was, basically stood his ground and had absolutely no chance of going for the ball. So O'Toole, Barry, 2 to his name. I'll tell you what, I think he'd be, he's outside 50, so he'll take a very good kick from there.
I think he'll go close, actually.
He's directly in front, centre half forward. Barry O'Toole now moves in on the right foot. I tell you what, he's given it everything he's got. He's made the distance and has kicked his third.
It's O'Toole and O'Toole show. I think one's got 3, one's got 2, and one's feeding them out of the guts.
The other one's setting them up a bit.
Yeah. So Victory Trophy scoreboard, 5 goals straight, 30. Corio, Thomson one behind, and we've been playing 19 minutes first quarter.
Okay, we've just been told that 66 is Ricky Lazarick.
So he's not 17. Should have recognised him from last year's interleague, although he's put a bit of weight on, actually.
Mate, how can you recognise some of them? Have a look at Calvin Keating. He had long hair last year, didn't he? But
from the throw in the middle, the ball's come to Daniels of Thomson. And Thomson really having some difficulty clearing the ball out of the centre. Mahiris can't handle it. Ricky O'Toole can. Picks it up, runs away. Goes to half forward flank. Mark not taken there by Bigham. But following on quickly, but good work Bradley on half-back dodges. Well, a terrific effort from the Corio player. Really attacked the ball on that occasion rather than the player and spilled the ball loose. And free kick plucked out of the blue.
Said he threw it, I think.
Oh, right, and it's gone to Steen of Thomson. Drives the ball back to centre wing. Big pack of players. No one can take the mark. Comes to ground. At the back is Darren McNamara. Reads it pretty well. And, well, he just blocked it up rather well there. He didn't make a huge effort to get the ball out, but the umpire...
but I don't think he had it either, mate. I think could have almost been a free kick for tackling without the ball.
Right, so up high there is Lazic doing a good job in the ruck. It's a pity he's got no support at ground level from the Thomson side, because that's where they're struggling at the moment. But they've got the ball forward this time into the forward pocket. Good effort there from Keating against Wolfenden. And good contest, that one-on-one, and they forced the ball over the boundary line almost in front of the scoreboard, which I'm afraid is a little behind, because they've only got 3. Corio have actually kicked 5, and Thomson in attack for the first time. Mahiris takes the ball, kicks it high to the full forward position. Justin can't get to the drop of the ball, comes to Wolfenden, little handball out to Mahiris now on the left foot. What can he do? An absolute shocker of a kick out of bounds. I think it makes usually a better fist of those, Shane.
Usually does, but there's a bit of pressure from behind there by the Corio players, and a bit coming from the front as well. So under pressure, he's miskicked it.
Out of bounds, 5 metres from the behind post. Gundry, bit of body work there, gets the ball clear for the Corio side. Kicked off the ground. Highland can't handle it cleanly, and now it's in dispute. Stacks on the mill, and the umpire will call for a ball up between centre wing and half forward flank. This time at the eastern end of the ground, to which Thomson are kicking in the first quarter. Harris doing the ruck work. Well, a clear push in the back there, not paid by the umpire, and he was only 5 metres away.
I think he got away with it last time, Eric.
Is that what happened? Yeah. Highland dodges a couple of opponents there on half forward, tries to get foot to ball, which he does, but off hands. That's been forced out of bounds just near the Corio reserves bench, actually, which is on half forward flank here at the Godfrey Street ground. Thomson could do with 1 or 2, Pete, before quarter time.
I think they'd be looking for him very soon. We're nearly 22 minutes into the quarter, and I think they need some just to lift the confidence again.
From the throw in, good work there by Morrison.
That was well done by Keating again. You know, when you look across that half back line that Corio's got, you've got Keating, McNamara, King.
Yeah.
They're fairly strong.
They are.
Ball out of bounds, half forward flank for Thomson, comes in. Well, good work there by Costello, handball across to Christian Highland. Terrible kick by Christian Highland, and really they're just not using the ball well at the moment. Thomson, ball to centre of the ground. Bradley attacks the ball strongly, that's what they've got to do, and he's still going, doesn't get a lot of support. Mahiris gets a bit of assistance there. Lazic can't control the ball for Thomson until finally Alford picks it up at centre half back. Gets it across to Ricky O'Toole, and well, he dodged one way then the other, and finally with a 25 metre handball looking for his teammate there in Keating on half back flank. He flicks the ball to Glenn, and Glenn, well, they're trying to draw players. Finally Bigham across to that's Lazarick that has the ball out there, and well, it certainly is in the dry portion of the ground, and I think the sandy soil hasn't helped the players on that particular occasion, because a number of them went to ground, and the ball is in dispute. Centre wing. 23 minutes first quarter, 5 goals straight Corio, 1 behind Thomson. Up goes the ball, comes down. Gundry gets the tap down for Corio. They're doing very well at the drop of the ball, and finally the ball has come clear and it's gone Corio's way. Good work there by Bowman, young fellow from the underage last year, and the ball is in the goal square. Well, over the top there by well, Barry O'Toole flicked the ball back, and who was that? The Bigham, was it? Tried to kick it off the ground. Unfortunately, from 1 metre out, has hit the post. So first behind on the Victory Trophy scoreboard for Corio. 5-1-31. They lead Thomson 1 behind.
Bobby Burns come off for Thomson, and Paul Welsh has gone on up forward.
Yes, well, they need something up there, Pete, don't they, in the forward line?
I think Welshie will help, but at least he'll be able to marshal the troops a bit, because a couple of times there before, Lazic and Mahiris are both going for the ball, and they just didn't talk.
Well, from the kick-in, which was by Gann, the ball came off the hands of the pack to
it's out of bounds.
To Ricky O'Toole, who drove it back to the goal square. Well, the ball is off hands, hit the behind post, so we'll have a throw-in right beside the behind post. Thomson doing all of the attacking. as they've done for most of the quarter, and
That'd be Corio.
beg your pardon, Corio doing all the attacking. Thomson under real pressure in their defensive area. Boundary umpire with the ball. Almost 25 minutes gone. Comes down. Timmy Gardner, almost first touch. Can't take it cleanly. Ball, well, stacks on the mill again. Umpire giving the players the chance to get the ball clear. Ricky O'Toole, that looked like on the left foot, has had a pot shot and offline. He doesn't miss those too often, but on the Victory Trophy scoreboard now. 5-2-32 Corio. Thomson one behind, and that's 25 minutes gone, first quarter.
He must be the O'Toole that can't kick goals.
Well, I tell you what, he likes kicking them. Mickey Gann now at fullback, left foot, drives it outside 50, in good position. Should be a mark, maybe almost a 50 there to Rod Peacock, not paid, and plays on quickly. Gee whiz, I tell you what, he's put Lazic under a bit of pressure there because a very high pass, and it's Boyle of the Corio side who did the spoiling.
Who is actually the president of Corio, I think.
Is that right?
Yeah, we've got the two presidents out.
So they're both playing. Well, that's great to see the young brigade at the helm in some of the local clubs. Ball thrown in, half forward flank, whistle on play. The ball has, I think it'll come back to Lazic, and it ruck infringement on that occasion. Looks like Ricky O'Toole and Timmy Gardner running together. That's interesting. Well, Lazic, terrible kick there, almost marked by Alford of the Corio side. Flicked out to Timmy Gardner, handball further for the Thomson side to Morrison, goes towards centre half forward, but there's really nobody there for Thomson. They're not able to get the ball any further until Daniels finally works the ball clear on the left foot, goes toward the full forward position. Well, JJ almost two free kicks, I'd suggest there, held without the ball, but forces it to the advantage of the Thomson side. Comes clear finally. Long handball. There's Paul Welsh. Runs it well. Just about a free kick to Welshie too, I think. And well, I reckon from that tackle he might be feeling his age, Pete, because he right in the middle of his back.
I think the bald head just got buried about 2 inches into the Tommy's turf.
Oh, I think so. From the throw up there, it's come clear to the Corio side. Well, mark not taken, unfortunately, by Bradley. Little flick comes to Lazic. Lazic on the left foot for Thomson. Goes to the full forward position. Mark dropped there by Maheris, and that's one that shouldn't have got away. But finally, in the centre of the ground, Mickey Gann takes the chest mark. Plays on quickly. Now Thomson are away because Foster has taken a mark on centre wing. They need to move the ball a lot quicker than this. Ball, Justin is the lead in the forward pocket. Can't take the mark, however. Ball comes to ground. Picked up there by McNamara, and he's quite happy to see the ball over the boundary line, half forward flank for the Thomson side at 28 minutes, first quarter. Well, 5 goals kicked, wouldn't be a lot longer to go, I wouldn't imagine. Ball comes in from the throw-in, over the head of all players. Timmy Gardner burrows his way through the pack, but great defensive work there by King of the Corio side. Nullifies the handball, and no, the boundary umpire has indicated it's off hands. There's a suggestion from players, I think that was out in the full. Not so. So ball half forward flank. Thomson kicking to the eastern end, first quarter. Paul Welsh doing the ruck work on that occasion. Can't get hands to the ball. Now it's come to ground, and well, the umpire's certainly giving players the opportunity to clear the ball. But then at 28.5 minutes, the siren has sounded. So at quarter time, the Victory Trophy scoreboard shows Thomson one behind. They trail the Corio side 5-2-32. Goal kickers for Corio: Barry O'Toole 3, Mark O'Toole 2. We'll go back to the studio for some messages.